Our guidance counselor, Miss James, sent a bunch of us this weird invitation to play this thing she calls Relationship Rules. Hey, I'm game for anything.
My parents think this will be really good for me. Right. Well, at least Dan will be there. He's always good for a few laughs.
My first thought was, how lame is this gonna be? But hey, we got Friday off and no homework for the weekend? All right.
I hate to miss track practice on Friday, but maybe I'll learn something to get my father off my back.
I had to change my plans for the weekend and everything. I guess I can hang with Tanya if it gets too boring.
I can handle my own relationships. I'm only going to this thing to check out Rose. She's pretty hot.
Spending 3 days with 6 skeptical high school students isn't exactly my idea of a stress-free weekend. But Principal Hoffman and I thought it would be a good way to get the kids to focus on their relationships. Let's face it, when you think about high school, the first thing that comes to mind is relationships. With friends, family, teachers, bosses, schoolmates. My job is to give the kids some skills for building good relationships. A crash course I call Relationship Rules. All right, everybody.
So what exactly is this thing, Relationship Rules?
It's a challenge course to help you have better, stronger relationships.
Something you really need.
Who's talking, man?
Hey, something we all could use. Every one of us. So you guys ready? All right, let's get in here. Let's do this thing. Come on.
This is awesome, Miss James.
Why don't we just kick back in the sun? I could use a little relaxation.
Okay, wait, hold on. First things first. Everybody helps unload the bus. That is if you want to eat.
Hey, no problem. Anybody who plans on eating, over here now.
Is it the sloppy Joe from the cafeteria?
No. All right, everybody, grab a seat. Settle down. You guys psyched or what? Yeah! All right, relationships. We're all involved in different types of relationships with the different people in our lives, right? I mean, our friends, our families, our teachers, bosses, schoolmates, right? Right. I mean, I know a lot of those relationships are probably really strong, positive relationships. And maybe you just have a few relationships that need some fixing. But there are those relationships that are so unhealthy, they need to be ended.
Well, so how do you know whether they're healthy or not?
Well, that's your first challenge. I want each of you to look at your relationships and evaluate them. Who wants to go first? Oh, come on.
Okay, I'll be the guinea pig.
Good.
I went through a pretty bad breakup with my boyfriend not long ago. But this isn't about me and Max. It's about a really good friend who was there for me.
Rose, wait! Hey, what's wrong? What happened?
I just saw Max in there with his new girlfriend.
Oh,
I gotta get out of here.
okay. So where should we go?
I don't know.
I know a good place we can hang out for a while. Come on.
I didn't even have to ask you to leave the party with me.
Yeah, boyfriends are temporary. Best friends are forever.
Sounds like a healthy relationship to me.
Yep. Healthy relationships are supportive. They encourage us and boost our confidence.
Yeah, they make you feel appreciated.
Exactly. And give you a positive outlook. You girls seem to be there for each other when things are good. And when things aren't so good.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend's there for me a little too much.
What do you mean, Kevin?
Hey, baby.
Hey there yourself. We going to your house or mine?
Going over to Mateo's.
That's cool. I'll come.
Hey, Natalie.
Come on, man, let's go.
Just a minute, guys. Let's say. It's just the guys. I'll see you later, okay?
And what am I supposed to do? Sit around waiting for you to call me when you have some free time?
Can you hang out with your friends? Go to the mall or something?
I want to be with you.
I just want to spend some time with my friends, Nat. What's your problem?
Fitting into your schedule. That's my problem.
Are you coming or what? You are so whipped.
Ha ha ha. At least I could get a girl.
Oh.
Anyway, the rest of our relationship's great. I love being with her and all, but she just wants all my time. And somehow I just can't say no.
Yeah, that's the same relationship problem I'm having. Well, saying no, I mean.
Spill it, Haley.
Well, I just got this new job at the movie theater.
So, you guys ready for Saturday night? Free movies from now on? I'm psyched.
Yeah, so what are you gonna do? Sneak us through the exit doors?
I don't know, guys. I mean, I told you I don't feel right about this.
Oh, come on. We're your friends. We do stuff for each other. Don't be a wuss about this, Haley.
Look, there's nothing to worry about. You'll just open the doors for us from the inside and we'll slip in. No one will see us.
So what do you think? What if you're in a relationship with friends who don't respect your feelings or what you want, or put you down, or ask you to act in ways that go against your values?
Fold up under peer pressure.
Come on, Dan.
Alright, for real? Kiss them goodbye.
That's the right move to make, Dan, if the relationship is so unhealthy that it becomes destructive. But if there are simply problems, then maybe you can take action to make the relationship better.
You mean, like with Natalie?
Right. You know, if your girlfriend is having problems respecting your need to spend time with your other friends, then maybe you can work something out. All relationships need fine-tuning sometimes. And things can be improved.
Yeah, but what if a relationship can't be improved? And you can't write it off either, like with your father.
Well, someone on your team.
Or teacher.
Then you need to evaluate the issue. Take responsibility for your behavior and make the decision to do your part to work out the problems, always with a respectful attitude. And that brings us to relationship rule number 1. Respect is essential for good relationships. Respect. There you go. There you go. All right, guys, watch out for these rocks, okay? It's a little slippery.
Watch your head.
Okay, before we can eat, you guys have to build a fire and make some skewers to cook our food on. This is going to be a group effort, okay? I want you all to work together following relationship rule number 2. You have the right to be heard, to say what you want and how you feel without getting pushed around. All right? Get to it.
All right, come on. Dan, Rose, you guys start looking for some good fork sticks for cooking, all right? Haley, help me get this fire started. And we need some wood.
Tanya, want to help me collect some firewood?
Hey, Mateo, I do a lot of camping. I can help you make a roaring campfire.
Dan, she wants to light my fire.
You are such a jerk.
Hey, just stick with me and we'll be eating in no time, all right? We still need more kindling.
I'm getting some more rocks. We need some over here.
No, we don't. We needed some more firewood.
So, how's it going?
Oh, just great. King Wilderness has everything under control.
You mean Mateo?
Yeah. Doesn't even make a difference if you tell him what you want.
Have you tried speaking up?
Hey, Mateo's one of my best friends, but believe me, Miss James, when he gets this way, you better just go along. Who needs a fight? Especially with him.
I'm not saying you should fight. I'm saying you have a right to be heard.
Easier said than done.
It's not that hard. Come on, let's go have lunch and I'll explain. Okay, guys. It seems that in the last challenge, some of you had a little difficulty speaking up for yourselves. So, let's move to the relationship skill that'll help you out. How to be assertive.
You mean getting what you want when you want it?
That's easy.
Yeah, you don't have trouble telling people what to do.
Isn't that what assertiveness is?
No. Being assertive means telling others how you feel and what you want, and being able to act in your own best interest while still respecting their feelings and opinions.
That's what I need, Miss James. Remember my new job at the movie theater? And my friends wanting me to sneak them in? Well, it's tonight.
Okay, let's use your situation to teach the 4 steps to being assertive. But first, how do you feel about sneaking your friends in?
Well, I don't think it's right. And I also don't want to lose my job.
Just say no. And I wouldn't have any trouble with that.
It's not that simple. Lindsay can really put the pressure on.
Okay, so let's role play this out. I'll coach you through it. Dan and Tanya, you be Haley's friends. Ready, Haley?
Yeah.
Okay. Step 1. State your position firmly and clearly. Tell your friends how you feel and what you want. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. All right. I thought about it, and I'm not going to sneak you guys into the movies. I just don't feel right about it.
Well, come on. I mean, they make so much money, it doesn't matter to them.
I know, it's not as if you're stealing anything. But I could get caught.
You're not going to get caught.
Don't make any excuses, Haley. You see how Dan came back at you? When you make excuses, it just gives the other person an opportunity to argue with you. The goal is to stop the conversation as fast as you can. The more they talk, the more opportunity they have to wear you down. So step 2, look them straight in the eye and repeat your position.
I'm not going to do this.
What? You gonna wimp out now? Some friend you are.
Oh, come on. We could have done something else tonight, but we're here. Just do it this once.
Okay, guilt attack. I'm stuck.
Listen, one of the principles of assertiveness is not letting people make you feel guilty or responsible for them.
Yeah, it's not your responsibility to provide entertainment.
So what now?
Step 3, take the offensive. Firmly and politely, no attitude. Just throw it back at them. Straight up ask them how come they can't understand what you're saying.
But what if they keep pressuring her?
Then it's time for step 4. Stop the conversation and walk away. You know, sometimes it's hard to take a stand and say no, especially when it means standing apart from your friends. But it can't feel good going against your own values either.
You know, Miss James, I'm going to try this assertiveness stuff tonight, too. See, I need next Monday night off, but my boss doesn't want to give it to me. I bust my butt at the job. He owes me a night off.
Listen, unless we clean up and head home, you two aren't going to make it to work. So let's clean up, hustle, and head on home.
All right. So did you wimp out last night or what?
No, I did not wimp out.
Well, did being assertive work?
Well, I guess the answer is yes. But not everything turned out the way I wanted it to. I got through step 1. I said how I feel. And when they wouldn't stop bugging me, I went to step 2. I said it again. And when they still wouldn't leave me alone, I had to go to step 3. Look, I don't understand why you guys won't respect what I want.
Okay. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, fine, Haley. Now I know that I just can't count on you. So forget about asking me for any favors.
Come on. Let's go get tickets.
How do you feel about what happened?
I feel good, I guess. I was assertive, and I didn't have to get into a fight. Maybe Lindsay will come around, but even if she doesn't, I'm still glad I stuck to what I thought was right.
I'd say it was pretty much a success. What about you, Mateo?
Being assertive was a total bust.
Why? What happened?
But I told you I needed next Monday night off a week ago.
And I told you I couldn't give it to you. This is the schedule you were assigned to work, Mateo. I can't be a person short on the floor, especially when we're doing inventory.
I've been working here 2 years now. I think that entitles me to a night off when I need it.
I don't like your attitude.
You can't treat me like this. This is so unfair.
You want time off?
Yes.
Okay, Mateo. No problem. You don't have to work here. That way you can have all the time off you want. It's up to you.
Mateo, you confuse being assertive with being aggressive.
What's the difference?
Assertiveness shows respect. Aggressiveness, that's in your face. It's disrespectful. In fact, when you're assertive, you should be just as nice as you can be. Just firm. Remember relationship rule number 1. Respect is essential.
Yeah, I mean, even in your own story, you sounded pretty rude.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, Mateo, you do have the right to ask your boss for a favor, but he also has the right to turn you down.
Great. So is this it? There's nothing else I can do?
I'm not sure, but in the next couple of days, we're going to learn some skills that might help you. All right, everybody, we're almost here. Get ready to unload the van. Right over here. Take a seat. Okay, we're going to start off by talking about communication.
I don't get what you're saying.
Okay, spare us, Dan.
And communication is supposed to help us with our relationships. How?
Communication, the way we talk, listen, and gesture, is the most important ingredient for having good relationships. You can't have a good relationship unless you have good communication.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I can never talk to my coach about any of my real problems.
Man, my boss is deaf, and he goes through one ear, not the other.
Yeah, for me it's my dad. He's so overprotective. I can't even talk to him without getting into a hassle. Right now we're barely even speaking to each other.
Can you tell us about it?
Yeah. Well, last weekend I was going out with my friends, and before I left, he started in once again about my curfew. Dad, I'm going out to the movies and then for some dessert afterwards.
All right, just as long as you're back by 11.
Oh, Dad, that is so unfair. You've got to give me till later.
Look, Tanya, are you asking me or telling me?
Why don't you just tie a leash around me? Because that's the way it feels like anyway.
Watch yourself, young lady. Look, you know the rules.
You just have to control my whole life. I hate it here.
He wouldn't even listen.
Sounds like my dad.
My mom's usually the one who goes ballistic. It's impossible to talk to her.
You know, it's tough. Your parents are used to being in charge. They see it like, hey, that's my job. It's up to you to show your parents that you're ready to take charge of your own life now, that you can handle more responsibility, and that you're more adult than they think. But that means you have to start behaving more like an adult.
Meaning?
Okay, I'm going to lay it out for you. Everybody has 3 voices inside them that they use to communicate, no matter how old they are. C for child, P for parent, and A for adult. You with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the child part is the one that's dependent and likes to be taken care of, even babied sometimes.
Like my girlfriend. She loves to be babied.
Ooh, itty bitty Kevin likes his itty bitty baby.
Cool it, Mateo.
You know what, Mateo? You're a perfect example of how you don't have to be a child to act like one. Okay, another part of the child is the part that likes to do what we want, when we want, and be whining and demanding about it.
Oh, like when Tanya said, "It's so unfair. You gotta give me till later."
That type of communication, the way Tanya experienced it, can have negative consequences. Now, the P is for parent, and that's the part that likes to take care of others and be in charge. Again, you don't have to be a parent to communicate like one.
Sort of like Mateo.
Okay, guilty as charged, huh?
Then there's A, the adult voice. That's the part that thinks things out, makes plans and decisions, and solves problems. Now, here's the deal. The type of message you send out affects the message you get back. When you send out a child, "I want my own way" message, then you're acting like a child, and you get back a controlling parent answer, the way Tanya did with her father. Watch it, young lady, you know the rules. It's like playing catch. You send out a child message, he throws back a parent message. But Tanya, if you throw out an adult message, a thought-out, reasoned message, and you send it in a calm, unwhiney, respectful way, my guess is that he'll send back an adult message. No guarantees, but give it a shot.
You think he'll change his mind about my curfew?
I can't promise, but if you come to him with an adult attitude, he might think you're mature enough to have input.
Hey, will this work on teachers or just parents?
This works on everyone in your life. And that's relationship rule number 3. Send an adult message to receive an adult response. Give it a try. Okay, enough sitting around. On to a challenge. All right, everybody, we're going on a hike, and I want each of you to identify the roadblocks along the way.
Why are we taking a hike where there are roadblocks?
Not those kinds of roadblocks, Kevin. I'm talking about communication roadblocks. Those things we all say and do that get in the way of good communication and can even stop it dead in its tracks. Things like insults, sarcasm, name-calling, blaming, threatening, interrupting, and sweeping generalizations. Okay, each person has 2 items listed on their card. a roadblock, and a person's name. While we're on the hike, I want each of you to direct your roadblock, the one listed on your card, to the person on the card. Now, if the person recognizes the roadblock and identifies it correctly, then he gets to unload his pack filled with lunch supplies. If he can't, then the person who used the roadblock correctly gets to unload.
Yeah, how are we gonna eat our lunch? I mean, who's gonna bring us our packs? Ranger Rick?
Exactly. The park ranger agreed to sweep up the trail behind us and bring up the packs. All right, everybody, this is going to take a little bit of thought. All right, so get your brains in gear, grab a pack, and let's go.
All right. Come on, Mateo.
What's the rush?
There's no rush. It's just my grandmother can make better time than you.
Ah, real fun.
Well, I'm just saying it like it is. Miss James?
You missed it, Mateo. She threw an insult at you. Insulting is one of the roadblocks.
Yeah, first one to unload. Mission accomplished.
Good job.
What are you doing, Tanya?
I am picking up branches that'll make good cooking sticks.
Going for that Girl Scout badge. Oh, yeah.
I get it. Sarcasm, right?
Yep. One of my more finely honed skills.
Miss James, we got sarcasm here.
Hey guys, the girls are beating us. Where's your manly pride? Come on, man.
That's because girls rule and boys drool.
Insulting.
You're right. But it wasn't my assigned roadblock. I just couldn't help myself. You set it up
I wonder how
so
much longer till we
perfect.
get there. Gotcha, Haley. Interrupting was my roadblock. Something that drives me crazy when other people do it to me. One of Dan's specialties.
Oh, well, the ladies are still ahead. What do you say, Mateo? Our manly pride? Our manly pride?
Dan, enough. You always go on too long. You never know when to give it up.
Can't you take a joke, man, or what?
I can take a joke. I can also drop my bag. I just delivered my roadblock. Sweeping generalization. I always hear that kind of stuff from my parents. Your room is always a mess. You never take out the garbage like you're supposed to. So I know how to do it. So boom, baby.
We're almost there, Haley. Give it your best shot.
Rose, you know, you could slow it down a little bit. Two of us still have packs. You're walking fast on purpose just to rub it in.
It's not my fault you couldn't deliver your roadblock.
Oh, yes, I could. I just blamed you. Blaming was my roadblock. And the loser is Dan.
Thanks, Haley. By the way, I know that that's name calling. And you do that again, you'll be sorry.
Oh, threatening, are we? Looks like I got that roadblock too. And you still don't get to drop your pack.
Pretty good, guys. Let's rest here. You guys got insults, sarcasm, name-calling, blaming, threatening, interrupting, and sweeping generalizations.
Comes easy, Miss James.
Sometimes a little too easy. You know, even though we made a game out of this, communication roadblocks are just that. They block good communication and get in the way of good relationships, which is relationship rule number 4. Avoid communication roadblocks.
Miss James, what about nonverbal communication? Is that part of sending messages?
Absolutely. You know, sometimes it's not what we say, but how we say it that really gets the message across. Experts say you actually get more meaning from your tone of voice and body language than from your words.
Yeah, like when my parents say, don't talk to me in that tone of voice.
Right. Just listen to me and tell me what my meaning is. Where have you been?
You sounded worried.
Bingo. How about this? Where have you been?
Wow, you sounded really angry.
That's it. But sometimes when people communicate, their words are saying one thing, but their body language is saying something else. It's called sending mixed messages. A lot of times, it's the nonverbal message that wins out. So, relationship rule number 5, make your tone of voice, body language, and words send the same message. All right? Okay. So let's get going. Okay, So today we've talked about sending messages, but communication is a two-way street. And a message goes nowhere unless someone's receiving it. And that means listening. A good listener pays attention to what you have to say and shows that they're interested. They make eye contact or nod.
Or ask questions when they don't understand?
Right, or say something that lets you know they're listening.
Yeah, because sometimes you think people are listening, and they're really not.
Sometimes Natalie says, I know you're listening to me, but you're not hearing me.
Maybe she thinks you're not listening to how she feels.
Could be. You know, people really appreciate it when you pay attention to their feelings. It lets them know you care. So that's relationship rule number 6. Listening is worth being good at. It makes you a better friend, a better student, and in general, a better informed person. Okay, so that's it. Let's get going. Tanya, do you want to tell us about it?
So I really thought out what I wanted to say, and I tried to give my dad an adult message last night. Hey, Dad, can we talk?
Okay.
I'm sorry for yelling at you the other day and saying all those things I did. I'm just frustrated because you don't seem to want to listen to my point of view.
Is this about having a later curfew?
Just hear me out, okay, Dad? I work all day on Saturday, and Sunday morning I've got track practice and homework to do. And it's a school night, so I can't stay out late anyway. So the only time I have to hang out with my friends are Friday and Saturday nights.
Well, your mother and I don't mind you seeing your friends. It's just that there's so much trouble out here nowadays. We feel better knowing that you're here safe at home late at night.
Dad, you and Mom can't protect me forever. I've never given you any reason to mistrust me or my judgment. I do well in school. I'm responsible at my job. I'm on a team.
What did you have in mind?
Well, just for Friday and Saturday nights, I actually don't think I need a curfew. It's not like I'm out partying until dawn. And I'll let you know where I am, what I'm doing, and when I'm going to be home. And if I'm going to be home late, I promise I'll call. And if I don't live up to this agreement, or if you guys think I'm turning into some wild party animal, well, then I guess I lose the privilege.
Well, with the understanding that you'll call and let us know where you'll be, and you'll give us a number where we can reach you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll talk to your mother and see if we can try out your plan.
Thanks, Dad.
By the way, Tanya, this is a pretty mature way of handling the situation.
So right, Miss James. Once I stopped blaming my dad and thought of a plan, we were able to talk it out.
I'm beginning to work things out with Natalie, too.
Nat, this relationship rules weekend is pretty interesting. I think I'm seeing that maybe we really don't listen to each other about the way we feel.
But you know how I feel about you.
It's not that. I mean, like, you seem to get upset when I want to spend time with my friends, and I don't know why. I don't want to hurt you, but my friends are important to me. What do you think?
It's just that you're always either at baseball practice or band practice or with your friends. And I've got my friends and soccer, and whenever I'm free, you're not. But whenever you're free, you just expect me to be free. I just don't see why I always have to fit into your schedule.
I can see how you feel. Do you think we can work something out?
Now I know why Natalie was acting like that. Really listening to her made me see that she was not the problem. Thanks, Miss James.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. Awesome. Okay, I want each of you to prepare a short skit that shows quick fix. There are easy ways to stop conflicts before they start. Laugh it off. Apologize. Split the difference. Skip it. Walk away. And leave it to chance. Alright? So let's get going. All relationships have conflict. Okay, that's normal. The bad news is that conflicts can wreak havoc on your relationships. The good news is there are ways to avoid conflict and ways to constructively resolve the ones you get into. And that leads to stronger relationships. So, let's talk about how to avoid conflict. Everyone have their quick fix routines ready?
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I will.
All right, Kevin.
But I'll need help from you and Mateo.
Boys, the car's almost out of gas. You two use it last. Remember the quarter tank rule?
I filled it last time. It's your turn.
Bro, it's your turn.
Nope, your turn. Get off your lazy butt.
Hey man, I'll tell you what. I'll flip you for it.
Quick fix number 1. Leave it to chance. It's fast and it's fair.
I might as well go next.
All right.
Okay, I need Kevin, Rose. Can you help me? Hey! What are you doing with my girlfriend?
I'm just talking to her. This is a party.
Yeah, well, I don't like it, so shove off. I said beat it!
Hey man, you're out of line.
Good. Quick fix number 2. Walk away in a no-win situation, especially if you're being physically threatened. Remember, nobody can make you fight. Okay?
Okay, Mateo, your turn to help me.
All right. Hey, Rose, can I borrow that CD?
No, it's not mine. I promised to return it to Tanya tomorrow morning before track practice.
Come on, I'll drop it off in the morning, as early as you want.
Okay, just leave it in the mailbox then. The next morning. Ring, ring. Hello, Mateo? Where's the CD? It's not in my mailbox.
I put it in there like you told me.
Well, it's not there.
Maybe someone saw me and stole it.
Well, you gotta buy one to replace it.
Why me? I returned it exactly where you told me to.
Yeah, but you had it last. Alright, how about I just go buy one and we'll split the cost?
Okay.
Quick fix number 3. Split the difference. It's the easiest form of compromise.
Alright, it's my turn. Kev, Francis.
Man, you are such a dork. Where'd you get those shorts?
Baywatch. What, man? It serves up. Don't you want to go?
Quick fix number 4. Laugh it off. Finding humor in a situation can release tension.
Dan, stay there. Want to come to the pep rally with me?
Pep rally. Yeah, right. That's too lame for me.
Why can't you show some school spirit?
Alright. Rah, 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 rah.
You're so negative.
I'm not negative. I just think pep rallies are stupid.
Whatever. This isn't worth a fight.
Quick fix number 5. Skip it. Some things just aren't worth fighting over. All right, Tanya, you're the last one up.
All right. Miss James, will you help me out?
Sure. Grandma said she called last night. You didn't give me your message, and it was important.
I know, I wrote it down, but then I forgot to leave it where you would see it. I goofed. I'm really sorry.
Quick fix number 6. Apologize if you're wrong. It seems a lot harder than it really is. Okay, guys, you did it. That's it. You got all those quick fixes down pat. All right, good job. And that leads us to relationship rule number 7. Try a quick fix to stop conflicts before they take off.
But what if you haven't avoided a conflict, and now you're in a bad situation?
Relationship rule number 8. Try straight talk to resolve conflicts constructively and peacefully.
Well, what's straight talk?
It's a process for working out your problems. And Mateo, I think this might help you out with your boss.
Finally, something I've been waiting to hear. So how do I do it?
First, choose the right time to talk over your problem. You're more likely to get what you want if your listener has the time to pay attention. Second, say how you feel and what you want.
You're being totally unfair. That's how I feel.
Remember, send out adult messages and stay positive. Focus on the situation, not the person. Even if your boss is being unfair, you're more likely to get what you want if you're not angry or negative. Be assertive, not aggressive. Make your case in a calm tone of voice and make sure your body language matches the message you're sending. Next, listen to his side.
But what if we still see things completely differently?
Then it's time to brainstorm for solutions. Maybe you can think of some ideas before you go in to see him tomorrow. Try compromise. You know, give a little, get a little. And Mateo, if I were you, I'd apologize for being rude the other night.
I know. Relationship rule number 1, respect is essential. You see? I did learn something here.
All right, everybody. Tomorrow's our last meeting. I want you all to meet me out on the field tomorrow, lunchtime. Pizza's on me. All right? Okay.
So sure.
I think it looks
Yeah.
We should do it after school.
Well, damn.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Mateo. What's up?
So, what happened?
Check this out.
Mr. Diaz, I'd like to talk with you. Is this a good time?
Okay, Mateo.
Well, I'd like to apologize for being rude the other night.
I appreciate the apology. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about getting next Monday night off.
I thought we'd been through this already.
Please, just hear me out. I've been here for 2 years now, and I think I've proven myself. I've been there plenty of times when you needed the extra help. So I feel that if I want a night off once in a while, I should be able to get it.
Look, Mateo. I like you. You're a good worker. Dependable. But I told you I have a business to run. I need you here next Monday. You know how hectic it is when we're doing inventory.
Well, how about if I can get someone to replace me that night?
No. That won't work. I can't spend time trying to get someone up to speed just for one night. Look. If you can get Derek to change shifts with you, I can deal with that.
Yeah, but he closes. It takes too long. I'm his band practice.
That's the best I can do, Mateo.
So I compromised and I took Derek's hours. Your words kept ringing in my ear, Miss James. You gotta give a little to get a little.
All right, man.
So, guys, you did it. You survived relationship rules.
Yeah! Stop for some pizza!
Even I have to admit that I learned stuff from this weekend. Relationship rules turned out okay.
Just learning how to communicate with my dad made the whole weekend worth it.
Things are better with us now. We really listen to each other. Thanks to Miss James.
Standing up for myself with my friends gave my self-confidence a major boost.
Relationships rule.
And that's the truth.